It is written, my Vardenfell, my paradise. A place of ancient mystery. But something evil creeps through my realm. Hiding among the great houses, or in the ashlands. Threatening to destroy all we have built. My legacy must endure. Welcome to Morrowind.
And here we go. Hello there, thanks for joining me. I am AVStoryteller and this is my Let's Play Elderscrolls Online. Thanks for joining me again. Right, we rejoin Matthias Ru-aine inside, I think, the entrance to Seyda Neen is where we last left him. We need to go speak to a Sergeant down. Oh, but hey, we've got some new stuff here. Let's have a quick check of this. Clockwork City Collection Bundle. Are you trying to sell me stuff? It certainly appears to be, doesn't it? Yeah, let's not do that just right. Okay, I've got the music playing this time round. I tend not to have the music playing so you can hear me more than anything. I think I might just take the edge off it, in fact. So you can hear it.
Good.
So,
you've returned to your senses. Let's talk.
still haven't found out what my sheathed weapon button is.
So, care to tell me what you're doing on that slaver ship?
Why do I have to tell you? They captured me and I was trying to escape. What is this place? Who are you and why should I answer to you?
This is the port town of Seyda Neen, on the island of Vardenfell. We fished you out of the burning wreckage of a slaver ship near Firemoth. If you're not a slaver, why were you dressed as one?
We were in disguise trying to make our escape from the ship, but seriously, why should I answer to you?
We? I'll let Governor Salvi sort this out. She wants to see you. Best not to keep her waiting.
I'll go talk to the Governor Salvi then.
Come with me.
Come with me if you want to live. Run away! Let's see what we've got down here. Yeah, Matthias has got a thing for authority, I'm deciding. And a thing for yeast. He likes things that rises. I'm gonna open a bakery, I think. If there's no one else on this ship, I think I'll take it. I'll just sail it around the coast. Sell it in the next port. Make a pretty penny. I'll tell you what, I'm glad I checked down here. There's quite a lot to pilfer. Oh, what did I do there? Don't ask me. That looks like some arrows there. I want them arrows. Give me those arrows. Ah, they'll never see me coming from this direction. Oh my god. Look at it. For the uninitiated, this is the view that greeted you at the very beginning of the Morrowind game, as soon as you came upon deck. You didn't have this level of freedom, I can tell you that. And you certainly didn't see that in the background. Well, Not with the ambient occlusion, anyway.
What do you want?
Non-speaky person. And you are greeted by an imperial officer. God. Cliff Racer! Die! Sets the sail on fire. Ship burns to the ground. There was much rejoicing. Hello. Understanding the living gods. Dear Thane Vigili Stormbreast. There's a name. Honoured leader of the Nord Culture Exchange. It is I, Ritger the Brash, writing to you in Windhelm. Ritger the Brash sounds like this. As you requested. I continue my studies and exchange of information with the little dark elves of the Morrowind as you ordered. Why you send Ritger away after he... I'm getting the impression that this person may be Tishy. Why you sent Ritger away after he only just arrived, I don't completely understand, but I suppose my mission is very important, as I set foot, well, both feet really, into Vvardenfell. The thought of this mission make Ritger so excited to trade in culture with allied nations so that we can learn more about each other is almost better than cold mead on a hot day. Almost, this time. I travelled to learn more about the tribunal, the so-called living gods of the Dark Elves people. The wonderment of it all gives Ritger the skin bumps. Now, unlike our good and proper gods of Skyrim, gods who listen to our prayers, but have the good grace to stay out of Nord business, the Dark Elves actually welcome on the people and rule over them the way the Skull King parades around Windhelm. No offense, Skull King. The good King of Morrowind seems to answer to various titles, although the most common appellation appears to be Lord, Mother, and Wizard. Ritger spends many long hours attempting to converse with knowledgeable little Dark Elves, but much of what they told me just made my head so spin. Hear what I learned about the tribunal gods, maybe you can make better sense of it all. The most popular of the three, at least in Vvardenfell. I'm just going to take a quick drink here. Is the warrior poet Vivek. They sing his praise in the corner clubs and shout his victories from the rooftop. Really, the faithful on every street corner eagerly shove pamphlets containing his lessons and sermons at me, if I so much as smile in their general direction. Lord Vivek is called the Master of Morrowind. I tried to read some of his poetry, but it just made my eyes hurt. Not at all as interesting or bawdy as a great froggy, and full of allusions that any who aren't drenched in Dark Elf culture just wouldn't understand. Truth be told, even I, God, this is a long pamphlet, Dark Elf expert as I am, have trouble with some of the more esoteric concepts. He preaches duty to faith, family, masters, and all that is good. He saved his people on numerous occasions, including helping to repel at least 2 Akavarian invasion. Most recently, the invasion that led to the creation of our cherished Ebon Park. Did he know? He apparently has some sort of connection to the Daedric Prince. Oh, great company. Who the Dark Elves call the good Daedric. Cough, cough, splutter, splutter. He does have a dark side, though. As I've been told that he had an unnatural attraction to lustful thought and murderous intention. That's the good side? So not very different from the rest of the puny elves, right? He lives right here in the Grand Palace in Vivek, which conveniently has the same name that he does. I spent a few minutes in his presence, but I couldn't help but stare at his strange appearance. Also, he tended to float around the chamber as a tactic to make us mortal creatures feel inferior. It worked surprisingly well. Still, I was happy to have been able to spend some quality time with such a personage of impressiveness. Next, I'll try to discover everything I could about the one they called Mother Morrowind, Alamexia. Now it turned out she mostly inhabits the temple in Mornhall, so I wasn't able to get a face-to-face with the Dark Elf, patron of healers and teachers, that murderous woman that killed the Neverine. I admit I am very disappointed. I am given to understand that for a goddess she talks. She's the Elk's antler. Oh dear. They also claim that she embodied the... And I swear, to the uninitiated, they would make these people sound like rosy gods. They also claim that she embodies the best of Dark Elf culture and determination, which would fit into my area of expertise quite nicely. One priest told me that she protects the poor and weak, and that her wisdom guides the Daenerys through all their affairs. A drunk elf in a corner club. Also mentioned, oh, that excellent, let's go to the corner club. Also mentioned that there was a kind of a stick in, that she was kind of a stick in the mud. But ordinate her and let's steal their armor. Dragged her away before I could ask her what she meant by that. Oh well. The most mysterious of the three god monarchs is Sothasil, also known as the Mystery of Morrowind, and the Wizard of Wondrousness. I believe that's what the priest called him. I misplaced those notes, and I'm writing this last bit from memory while having a few mugs of mead. Good man. Although rumours abound, no one that I could find has claimed to have seen Sothasil in a hawker's age. Best I could learn from asking around is that Sothasil is the patron of artificers and magi, mages, and many, especially dark elves, consider him to be the most powerful magicka user in all the land. I even heard an amazing tale about the city of Clockwork's gears that Sothasil crafted to study the inner workings of the world. In Clockwork's DLC is about to come out, or has just come out. I'm not exactly up on ESO DLCs, as I've only had it for 2 days. They claim it's only as big as a small mammoth. Now that's something I'll give my last rabbit meatball to see. Poor rabbit. He also credited with negotiating some of the compact with a number of Daedric princes, but I decided not to look too deeply into this rumour. As Forky says, a fool who stares gets noticed by the Daedra. Vitgur is not so foolish as to do something as stupid as that. Did you roll your eyes, Thane Vigli? I bet you rolled your eyes. The three living gods of the Numeria empower the Tribunal Temple, embody the will and discipline of the Dark Elves everywhere. Well, except for the Ashlanders, who refuse to bend their knees to Vivek, good old Ashlanders, Alamexia and Sothasil. Some sort of family squabble, I imagine. I'll look into that while I'm here. Ritgor the Brash, ambassador at large from the Nord Cultural Exchange. What a guy. Yeah. Vivek, the great, wise, powerful and loving god of the Dunmer people, stopped that from crashing into Vivek City. That's a nice guy thing. Right, yeah, and then you realise he kept it hovering there so that if they stopped loving him, he would kill them all. Hang on, that doesn't sound like a nice thing to do. Oh, did I tend to tell you that he also murdered his best friend for power? Yeah, let's go see this living goodie.
The rescue sergeant? Let me just record the name in my ledger.
And
Not
here
this
we
one.
go.
Governor Selby doesn't want an official record.
But
Really?
I want to check out my birth
Very
sign
well.
and my
The governor's in her office.
answer certain questions and not figure out what kind of character I am. He's gone now. Let's talk. Let's do this.
Unusual for the governor to omit items from the official record, but I'm just her clerk. You'd better head inside and talk to the governor now.
What do you do here?
Seyda Neen is the preeminent port into Vardenfell. I process new arrivals so the tribunal knows who might be gallivanting across this fair land. It's so much more prestigious than my efforts for the Gold Coast Trading Company.
You used to work for the Gold Coast Trading Company?
Once, long ago in another life, I served as a clerk for the company right here in Vardenfell. Helped build many of the fine imperial-style structures you see. I must have impressed House Hlalu, for they offered me this distinguished position.
Oh, cool. Yes, we're going to have to visit all the great houses. God, this takes me back. Worth it. Just for this. So you like working for the Dark Elves?
For the most
Why
part.
is a Dunmer
But
calling...
sometimes it takes great effort not to strangle one or more of these pointy-eared blusterers. For example, no one ever remembers their birth sign. Some even try to change their answers on repeat visits, as if I wouldn't notice.
That's a little meta joke because this is the guy you speak to work out your birth sign and a whole lot of your character details. And they're very interested in how they do it. You can answer some kind of like choose your own adventure questions and then he'll tell you what kind of character you should be based on your answer. You don't have to accept it, but it's a nice little way of introducing you to the game. Okay. Now, there should be a very expensive silver plate round here that I can steal. Your shroudings of the light prove a great boon to our holy plans. We led the pirate ship into the rocks and freed those unjustly imprisoned. The drug guard slept through it all, just as we ordained. Do not be concerned of the loss of life. The innocent survived and the wicked perish. Look upon your just reward included with this message and be at peace. You shall know us by this phrase. The ending of the world is Alamexia, Silver Sol, and Vivek. It's basically an amalgamation of the 3 gods' names. The lure, the Kamantong. Ah, your beauty. Will it actually let me take this book? It won't. There was no page turning there. That was all. Oh yeah. Oh, it did. Ah. All right. Okay. Just to prove me wrong. Good thing about recording these episodes is then I can actually pause it myself and actually read the book at a later date if I so wish. Having a good nosy around. Oh, stealing stuff. Objects with red steel forms are owned, and stealing items is a crime. If you witness stealing an item, bounty will be placed on your head. Guards will confiscate stolen items unless you successfully flee. You can sell stolen items to a fence in any outlaw refuge. Stolen gold is not confiscated, but it may be used to pay off your bounty. Sneaky, sneaky. That was far more successful than Morrowind, I can tell you that. Soft leather start. Sounds like someone's just coming in behind me. Damn sorcerers. Always intruding when I'm trying to steal stuff. Ah, the 36 lessons. By Vivek. The ending of the world is Almsivi. Pronounced Chimer, but I think they missed a trick there by not having it pronounced as Shimmer, because that just sounds so much cooler. I'm not going to go to prison for just some random items. I thought that said steal the seat there. Packed pamphlet. Now that you are no longer a slave, by order of the Alliance herein referred to... Is this supposed to be letters left specifically for my character? In-game, or these kind of like out-of-game knowledge? I don't know, I'm not quite sure. By order of the Alliance herein referred to as the Ebonheart Pact, and with the agreement of the ruling bodies of Skyrim, Morrowind and Black March, let it be known now and forever that slavery has been abolished in all Pact territories and principalities. Congratulations, you are no longer a slave. I've gone into Admiral Akbar. At a trap! Whatever you identify yourself as a man or Argonian or Khajiit, know and understand that your shackles have been broken and you are free and independent, being a citizen of the Pact with all the rights and responsibility inherent in that singular honour. I bet the Argonians were very happy with that. So as they were like enslaved by the Dunmer, dark time. So what now? You're probably asking, what does a person born to slavery suddenly do with his or her newfound freedom? The answer is, of course, is whatever you want to do. We want to be free to do what we want to do. We want to have a good time. That's the beauty of being a free and independent being. Advisors and counsellors will be travelling throughout Morrowind, excluding certain regions. Asterix, not quite ready to accept the rulings of the Ebonheart Pact to provide guidance and other assistance to make your transition from slave to free being a simple and painless process. Okay, welcome to the Pact. We're happy that you are free. The following great houses of the Dark Elves have agreed to and will honour this stipulation. Indoril, Halalu, very good. Redoran, citizens and freedom are not guaranteed in other Dark Elves territories. Okay. Telavani not included. What a shocking surprise. What have you got? I've got the prison for corn pads. Rose herbal tea. Yeah. Tamriel Festival ribbons. Traditional Tamrielic ribbons for participating in festival balls and other formal civilization. 40 gold. Yoinks. Not bother with that. Safe they say, you may have been tempted to pinch half a dozen stuff while you were not being observed, so we'll just quickly rifle through your backpack to see if you have anything that doesn't belong to you. Rumbled! And then I'll be legging it for the Silt Strider. Is there a warp function? Very well, let's make this short and sweet. I suppose I should take my helmet off. Stolen items. You have stolen items in inventory. If a guard catches you, they will succumb. How will they catch me? Exactly. Best chart.
As governor of this region, I have questions that need to be answered. We found you among the wreckage of the slaver ship, and we found a strongbox with your name on it in another wreck. I'll give you the strongbox if you tell me the truth.
Goodbye. Oh. Okay. Most esteemed Minister Thayon, House Veteran, I write you on the matter of... I'm just rifling through your desk here, you don't mind. Good, excellent. Data protection and all that. My office has received an ever-increasing number of complaints in recent weeks. Many of our house guests have experienced poor treatment at the hands of House Veteran bailiffs and constables. As you know well, House Hoalu is duty-bound to address these grievances on their behalf. My dear Minister, while I share your belief in the superiority of the Dunmer people, we must try to keep such opinions to ourselves. House Hoalu defers to House Veteran on matter of defense. I would argue that you defer to us on matter of commerce and diplomacy. Our economy is in peril. The pack has brought us some measure of security, yes, but the cost has been dearer than you think your veteran kingsmen are willing to admit. My training ministers have gone to great lengths to solidify our holdings outside Morrowind, while the enemies have seized most of our extraterritorial property. We retain sizable assets in imperial houses and foreign business concerns. Extracting this wealth is no small task. I take time, gold, and most importantly, connections it takes. We can ill afford to alienate what few friends we have outside the pack. Just this morning, I received a complaint from one Frederick Ashcroft, a respected Breton investor. Apparently, he was accosted by a pair of constables. That sounds painful. While inspecting the potential construction site, some minor religious infraction, and that's not. Apparently, he was accosted by a pair of constables while inspecting a potential construction site. Some minor religious infraction, I'm told. That's probably very important. Stepping over a fence to get a better look at the property or something. According to Ashcroft, the constable forced him to the ground, dragged him to the temple, turned him over to the ordinators, and subjected him to no less than 3 hours of interrogation on corporal re-education. Needless to say, he will not be investing in our fair city. Both Ashcroft and his girl fled to the mainland. These people may be inferior. Their religion may be repugnant. Their manners may be tiresome. But for the love of the three, swallow your pride and bear it. Idle zealotry cannot pay food on the table. We cannot fill our coffers with incense and prayer except to wage war effectively. Interprofessional commerce is a necessary evil, whether you like it or not. I urge you, in the strongest possible sense, leave outsiders outsiders be. I hope this will be my final word on this subject. Yours most respectful, Nailin House Halalu Deputy Trade Viceroy. Awesome. Okay, Morag Tong. Turn over the Morag Tong. I don't know whether or not that's actually going to be a He's drawn his weapon. Kill him, guards. No, I just don't know how to pull it away. I don't know if that's going to be a quest later on, but actually Snitching on the Molag tongue is not a great way to make friends and or stay alive for long. So whatever's in that little box can stay in that little box.
Despite all the excitement around the recent shipwreck, I'm in here, guarding the governor's office. I suppose someone might want to steal a quill or a stack of parchment, but still, my talents are clearly being wasted.
I thought she was gonna fix me there. But you said you've got this little box. We are the Wardens. Lady Cinnabar. Okay, read that at your leisure. Bard of Art Experiment. That seems to be a popular room. Let's quickly go in here. Is that Panther? Bloody hell. Oh, okay, this is where we found a ring. A sky shard. Sky shards are scattered across the land of Tamriel. For every 3 sky shards you collect, you're kept to gain an extra skill point. Sky shards location can be found by deciphering the hints found in the sky shard section of your journal. Achievement section, okay. Yoinks. Star metal. Having that. Well, if they will leave it not nailed down. If I ever start up a security company, it's going to be called Nail Down Security Company. Famous for nailing down criminals they find. Let's have a quick chat.
As governor of this region, I have questions that need to be answered. We found you among the wreckage of the slaver ship, and we found a strongbox with your name on it in another wreck. I'll give you the strongbox if you tell me the truth.
Now here's the thing, if the Molag tongue had a right to assassinate a slaver captain, that is legally sanctioned by the Morrowind government. So that might be suggesting to me that I should be able to say that to her. But I can always come back, I guess. Oh my god, is saying no. Hello, Shiny Shiny. Huh?
Please, someone, we need help.
And I'm out into the big bad world of Seyda Neen and Morrowind. I think I'm going to actually stop it there for today's episode. Try and keep this a bit short, actually. I'm curious if people even would like me to continue with this. Obviously, I'm not an expert on the subject of Elderscrolls Online. If you were to watch, it would be purely to watch my shenanigans. Maybe get a bit of Elder Scrolls knowledge, particularly from the Morrowind. But I don't know. Entirely up to yourself. I'll see what feedback I get for the first couple of episodes. It's a nice dress you're almost wearing. You've got a snake with wings. Yee. Okay, so until maybe next time, I'm AVStoryteller. This is my Let's Play Elder Scrolls, and I will see you later. Take care of yourself. Goodbye for now. Bye bye.